What if the key to enlightenment you've been chasing is a seductive lie? A shimmering haze that promises infinite wisdom but binds your soul to an endless loop of illusion. There's a trap hiding in plain sight, one that millions stumble into, mistaking its fleeting glow for true awakening. Welcome to the marijuana mirage, a truth that could set you free or shatter everything you thought you knew. If that sparks a fire in your heart, hit that like button, subscribe to Infinite Awakening, and ring the bell. Stick with us until the end of this video, because the stories and insights we're sharing will completely transform how you see awakening. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Let's start this journey now. Hey there, you. Yeah, the one who's felt that pull toward something deeper, something infinite. Let's talk about marijuana. Not the politics or the stereotypes, but what it really does to you. Picture this. It's a quiet night. Maybe you're with friends, or alone with some soft music playing. You light up, take a deep breath, and the world transforms. Colors pulse like they're alive. Your thoughts stretch into realms you didn't know existed, and for a moment, you feel like you've cracked the code to the universe. It's like a voice whispering, "This is it. This is the doorway to truth." I've been there. That first hit can feel like a spiritual breakthrough, like you're standing on the edge of reality, peering into the infinite. You might see flashes of insight, a memory of a past life, a sudden understanding of why we're here. Your friend might tell you about the time they smoked and felt one with the cosmos, like they could hear the stars singing. It's intoxicating, not just the high, but the promise of it. You think, this is my shortcut to enlightenment. This is how I become infinite. And it's not just you or me. For centuries, marijuana has been woven into spiritual practices. Shamans in the Amazon burned cannabis to commune with spirits. Mystics in India called it a sacred herb, a bridge to the divine. Even today, people swear by it for opening their third eye or connecting to source. It feels like you've found the fast track to awakening. But here's the question that started haunting me. What if that feeling is a mirage? What if it's not a doorway, but a trap? Let's pull back the curtain and see what's really going on. That euphoric high, that sense of touching the divine, it's not magic, it's chemistry. Marijuana's main ingredient, THC, slips into your brain like a master thief. It latches onto cannabinoid receptors in your reward system, flooding your brain with dopamine, the same chemical that lights you up when you fall in love or score a win. No wonder it feels so good. Your brain's throwing a party, and for a while, every thought feels profound. Every moment feels sacred. You might feel like a poet, a sage, a prophet all in one hit. But here's the catch. That party doesn't last. The more you chase that high, the harder it gets to feel it. Your brain starts to rely on THC to trigger that dopamine rush. It's like chasing a fading sunset. You keep running, but it slips further away. Neuroscience backs this up. Chronic marijuana use dulls your brain's reward system over time. Things that used to spark joy, a deep conversation, a sunset, a good book, start feeling flat without a hit. Your brain's baseline for happiness shifts, and suddenly you need weed just to feel normal. Studies show that heavy users can develop something called anhedonia, a fancy word for losing the ability to feel pleasure without the drug. It's not just about pleasure either. Your memory takes a hit. Ever forget what you were saying mid-sentence? Or walk into a room and blank on why you're there? That's your hippocampus, the brain's memory hub, struggling under THC's influence. Research shows that chronic users can lose up to 20% of their short-term memory capacity over time. And it's not just forgetting keys or names, it's losing the clarity to process your own thoughts, to hold on to insights that matter. Let me tell you about Sarah, someone I met a few years back. Sarah was all about the spiritual cannabis life. She'd light up before every meditation, convinced it was unlocking her higher self. For a while, it felt real. She'd see visions, feel connected to everything. But after a year, she noticed something unsettling. Her meditations felt shallow, like she was skimming the surface. Those profound insights she had while high, they'd vanish by morning, leaving her empty and craving another hit. She started wondering, was this really awakening, or was she just chasing a ghost? To understand why this trap is so hard to see, let's zoom out. Marijuana isn't just a plant, it's a cultural icon. From Bob Marley's anthems to modern dispensaries, it's been sold as a symbol of freedom, creativity, and rebellion. Scroll through social media, and you'll see influencers posing with joints, captioning it, "Vibing with the universe." Movies glorify it, music celebrates it, and the cannabis industry, worth billions, pushes the narrative that weed is harmless, even holy. It's marketed as a lifestyle, a ticket to coolness and enlightenment all in one. But narratives aren't truth. Then there's the social pressure. If you're in a circle where everyone smokes, saying no can feel like betraying the tribe. I remember being at a party where the joint was passed around like a sacred ritual. When I passed, people looked at me like I'd insulted their religion. That pressure is real. It's why so many keep smoking even when they feel it's holding them back. And there's an echo chamber effect. You tell yourself, everyone does it, so it must be fine. But everyone isn't your soul. Everyone doesn't know the cost. This cultural haze makes it easy to ignore the signs. You might shrug off the brain fog, the anxiety, the way your dreams feel muted. You tell yourself it's just a phase, or that you're still expanding your consciousness. But deep down, you might feel that nagging doubt, the sense that something's off, that this isn't the path you thought it was. Now let's go deeper, because this isn't just about your brain, it's about your spirit. At first, marijuana feels like it's lifting you up, like you're soaring toward a higher plane. You might feel like you're tapping into ancient wisdom, communing with the cosmos, or unlocking hidden truths. But over time, that lift turns into a weight. It's like a fog settling over your soul, clouding the clarity you're chasing. Spiritually, it's a bait and switch. You think you're climbing toward awakening, but you're drifting further from it. I met a guy named Jake at a spiritual retreat. Jake was the poster child for cannabis as a sacrament. He'd smoke before every meditation, every yoga session, every deep conversation, believing it was his bridge to the divine. He'd talk about seeing auras, feeling the earth's pulse, all that good stuff. But one day, he showed up sober, first time in years. He was shaken. He told me, "I realized I couldn't feel anything without it. My connection to spirit, my sense of peace, it was gone unless I was high." That's when it hit him. Marijuana wasn't his guide. It was his cage. Mystics have warned about this for centuries. In some spiritual traditions, substances like marijuana are seen as tethers to lower energies, energies that feed on distraction and confusion. They're not evil, but they're not your allies either. They're like a gatekeeper disguised as a friend, offering a key that only locks the door tighter. It's like signing up for a marathon but getting stuck on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. And science isn't far off. Chronic use can spark anxiety, paranoia, even psychotic episodes in some people. Your brain's threat detector, the amygdala, gets hypersensitive, turning small worries into full-blown fears. Ever feel like everyone's watching you after a hit, or like you're stuck in a loop of dark thoughts? That's not enlightenment. That's your mind caught in a web. Studies show that heavy users are up to 5 times more likely to develop anxiety disorders. And for some, the line between just a bad high and something darker gets blurry. Let's talk about Maya, a woman I knew who loved journaling her dreams. She'd write pages about messages she felt were coming from her higher self. Vivid, powerful dreams that felt like guidance. After a few years of heavy smoking, she stopped dreaming, or at least she couldn't remember them. Her inner world, once a vibrant tapestry, felt muted, like a radio stuck on static. She told me, I thought weed was helping me connect, but it was stealing my connection. That's the spiritual toll. A slow, silent theft of the light you're meant to carry. The cost isn't just spiritual. Your body pays a price too. Every puff is a hit to your lungs. Cannabis smoke carries many of the same carcinogens as cigarettes, slowly scarring the tissue that keeps you breathing. Long-term users often report chronic coughs, bronchitis, even early signs of lung damage. Your heart works harder. Studies show your pulse can jump 20–50% after smoking, stressing your system over time. It's not just a natural herb, it's a choice with consequences. Emotionally, the toll can be even heavier. At first, weed feels like it smooths out life's edges, like a warm blanket over your stress. But over time, that blanket becomes a weight. Chronic use is linked to higher rates of anxiety and depression. Your brain's ability to regulate emotions gets shaky, leaving you more reactive, more fragile. I remember a friend, Tom, who used to be the life of the party. After years of daily smoking, he started isolating himself, paranoid that people were judging him. He'd laugh it off as just a bad high. But deep down, he knew something was wrong. And here's the sneaky part. You might not even notice it's happening. The mirage is clever. It convinces you you're still growing, still awakening, even as it pulls you further from the truth. You might spend years in that fog, thinking you're on the path when really you're walking in circles. I've seen it. People who started out chasing wisdom but ended up stuck, their fire dimmed, their potential buried under a haze. Let's compare for a moment. True spiritual practice, meditation, breathwork, contemplation, asks you to show up raw, unfiltered, and present. It's hard. It's messy. It forces you to face your shadows, your fears, your truth. Marijuana, on the other hand, offers a shortcut. It mimics the feelings of awakening, euphoria, connection, insight, without the work. It's like putting on a VR headset and thinking you've climbed Everest. The view might feel real, but you're still in your living room. Take meditation, for example. When you meditate without substances, you train your mind to focus, to observe, to let go. Over time, you build a quiet strength, a clarity that stays with you. Studies on long-term meditators show increased gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain tied to decision-making and self-control. Marijuana, by contrast, temporarily boosts activity in some brain regions, but disrupts long-term growth. Those insights you get while high, they're often fleeting, fragmented, and hard to integrate. True awakening isn't a flash, it's a fire you build, step by step. I think about a teacher I studied with, a woman who'd spent decades meditating without any crutches. She'd sit for hours, facing her mind's chaos until it settled into stillness. Her presence was electric, not because she was loud, but because she was clear. She once told me, substances like marijuana can show you the door, but they can't teach you how to walk through it. That's on you. That stuck with me. The mirage might show you a glimpse of infinity, but it can't give you the tools to live it. But here's the truth that keeps me hopeful. You're not stuck. You're stronger than the mirage. True awakening, the kind that lights up your soul and sets you free, doesn't need a crutch. It's already inside you, waiting for you to claim it. And the first step is simple. Choose clarity. Start with your breath. Deep, intentional breathing can clear the fog faster than you think. Try this right now. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do it 3 times. Feel that shift? That's your body remembering what it's like to be alive, unclouded. Breathwork isn't just a trick, it's a reset. Studies show it lowers cortisol, calms your nervous system, and boosts focus. It's like a mini meditation you can do anywhere. Meditation is your next ally. Not the kind you do while high, but the kind that asks you to sit with yourself, raw and unfiltered. Start small. 5 minutes a day, just noticing your thoughts without judging. It's hard at first. Your mind might scream for a hit to make it easier. But that silence, that stillness, It's where the real doors open. Over time, you'll feel your inner compass coming back online. I met a guy named Alex at a meditation circle. He'd been a daily smoker for a decade, using weed to enhance his spiritual practice. He decided to quit cold turkey and replace his smoking ritual with breathwork and journaling. The first 2 weeks were brutal. Cravings hit like waves, and his mind felt like a war zone. But by week 4, he told me something I'll never forget. I started dreaming again. Not just at night, but during the day. Big dreams, like I could feel my purpose waking up. He'd sit under a tree each morning, writing about what he wanted his life to be, and slowly he felt his soul come alive again. If you're ready to break free, here are some tools to lean on. Fasting can reset your body, clearing out toxins and sharpening your focus. A 24-hour water fast can be a powerful start. Check with a doctor first, but it's a practice rooted in ancient traditions. Movement is huge. Yoga, dance, even a long walk can reconnect you to your energy. Try a simple yoga flow for 10 minutes a day. Studies show it boosts serotonin, helping you feel grounded without a high. And don't go it alone. Find a community, whether it's a meditation group, a sober friend, or our tribe here at Infinite Awakening. Surround yourself with people who see the real you, who'll cheer you on without judgment. Let me share one more story. A woman named Lena reached out to me after a video. She'd been smoking daily for 15 years, believing it was her spiritual ally. But she felt stuck, like her life was on pause. She started small, replacing her evening joint with a guided meditation. At first she hated it. Her mind was restless, her body tense. But she stuck with it, adding breathwork and daily walks. 6 months later, she wrote to me, "I feel like I woke up from a long dream. I'm painting again, I'm laughing again, and I feel connected. Not to weed, but to myself." That's what's waiting for you. This isn't just about quitting a habit. It's about who you're meant to become. Your awakening isn't just for you, it's for the world. Every time you choose clarity over haze, you're lighting a spark that can inspire others. The world needs more awake souls, people who see through the illusions, who live from truth instead of craving. Marijuana might feel like a shortcut, but it's a detour. The real path is messier, harder, but infinitely more rewarding. Think about the ripple effect. Imagine a version of you free from the fog, creating art, building connections, chasing dreams you forgot you had. What could you bring to the world if your mind and soul were unclouded? I think about a woman I know, Priya, who quit after a decade of smoking. She started painting again, something she'd abandoned in the haze. Her work, vibrant, raw, alive, has inspired hundreds at local galleries. She told me, "I didn't just quit weed, I found my fire." That's the power of breaking free. This is why we're here at Infinite Awakening. We're not just talking about spirituality, we're living it. We're building a movement of seekers who refuse to settle for mirages, who choose the hard path because it's the real one. You're part of that movement, whether you know it yet or not. So here's the truth. The marijuana mirage is real, and it's holding more people back than we realize. But you have the power to see through it. You have the strength to rise above it. This is your wake-up call, your invitation to step into the infinite within you. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's spread this truth like wildfire across YouTube. Subscribe to Infinite Awakening, hit that bell, and stay with us. We're diving deeper into the mysteries of existence, peeling back the illusions one video at a time. Your soul's calling, don't keep it waiting. Let's rise together.